Hey, it's Randy Milholland. I promised I'd do a few more of these videos. People seem to like the first one, so I thought I'd go ahead and do the second one. Um, and for this video, I guess the reader question I want to address is, where did Branwen come from? After the last video, which was about Vanessa, excuse me, I had made a comment that, unlike Ava or Vanessa, Branwen just kind of happened. She was a very unexpected thing. She was not part of my grand 10-year plan for the comic, and she just sort of showed up. And a lot of people emailed me and wanted to know, well, how did she become a character into an SP? What happened was, and for those who don't remember, Branwen was Davin's second girlfriend in the run of the comic. Kind of a goth girl, long black hair with red streaks, horizontal streaks in it. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk louder because this microphone sucks, and I'm cheap, and I want to buy another one. Basically, Davin ran into her. They were going clubbing at the end of year one. It was right before he went home for Christmas. He had a chance to go up with this beautiful goth girl. Instead, he stuck behind because it was really a party for PG on her way to citizenship. And a lot of readers emailed me about that character saying, oh, I hope you bring her back. She was a lot of fun. And they enjoyed her. And I was kind of hesitant. And then what I thought about doing was, in the first year, I had a whole bunch of plot lines I just dropped because either they're too sitcom-ish, I was worried that people would draw comparisons to other comics still going on, or just thought they were kind of retarded. I'm sorry, stupid. And one of them was a girl that Davin liked, and he was always trying to get dates with her, and she was interested, although not as interested as he is, and they never quite managed to make that connection. It was based off of a situation with a woman I liked, actually, about the time SV started. And I dropped it because I couldn't get the character design right. That's really the only reason it never happened. And so I thought about putting this unnamed goth girl in it, and her role, and then I thought, no, it's still not a storyline I really like. And so what I finally decided, because I wanted to bring the character back, and I had this, what at the time seemed like a great idea for a story, was basically he apparently had run into her. He's going to have a date with the goth club. All of his friends are going to be there anyway. And that storyline did start. In fact, he runs into a few people. In fact, a couple of the people that are talked to in the background, like there's a man with a lot of facial piercings, and there's a girl with electrical tape, and a large man who's bald with one little curl. They were people who I had met at a club in Seattle when I was stranded there for a few days. The DJ, his name is Doug, great guy. His younger brother came and picked me up from the airport because I had been there for 2 days and made sure I had food, and they took me to the club, and they watched over me until I could get out of Seattle. So, but anyway, one of the characters Davin ran into that night was Claire, and sorry, I just do that a lot, and you came and see it, great. And Claire tells Davin, hey, there's some woman and a guy's messing with her, and do something about it because I don't know what to do. And that strip ran, and what was supposed to happen in the next script was Davin was going to approach, and it's Ava, and his ex-girlfriend Ava, and her now ex-boyfriend Marcus, who they were constantly going on and off with. And he was basically obsessing on her in public, and Davin was going to get in a confrontation with this guy. Marcus shoves Davin and just says the right trigger. Davin loses it and gets a lucky hit on the guy. Doesn't like drop him or anything, just hits him. And knocks him down right when this goth woman is walking up, and she sees it and basically tells Davin, the last guy I dated was really violent and prone to outbursts, and I just can't do that again, so sorry, I thought you were someone different, and leaves, and Davin is stuck there with Ava, who feels horrible, but at the same time embarrassed, and so Davin doesn't get the girl, and he and Ava don't quite reconnect, and goes on. And I was working on the strip, it was supposed to go up the next day, and I just couldn't get to work. and I didn't know why. And I talked to my then girlfriend, told her what I was trying to do, and she basically said, "Why can't you let Davin be happy? Why does this have to fall through for him? Why can't it be at least work out a little bit nice?" And I hadn't even considered doing that. So what I did was, instead, the woman and man having the confrontation is Charisma and Mike, who had a date before, and you find out that Mike is a little obsessed on Charisma, and I don't think it's because he actually liked her, per se, but more of a, I'll show you, I'll make you like me, because Mike was basically the maturity level of a 13-year-old. And then, for added bonus, I had Mike's cousin be the goth woman who knows exactly what to do, breaks it up, apologizes to Davin, maybe another time, I guess it's just not meant to be. And the date falls through, Davin goes home, and she's found him. The goth woman shows up. Oh, and there goes my phone. And they have the nice date, and it works out, and she ends up sticking around. And then 4 strips later, I think I finally gave her a name, because it seemed like a good idea. Which was another problem, because most of the characters I had planned their names out. I researched, I wanted to find things that seemed to fit their personality. And instead, this time, I let the woman I was dating name her, and I told her, Catholic girl, or raised Catholic, lapsed, parents, Irish background, etc. And she found the name Branwen, and it stuck. Branwen is still probably one of the most popular characters I've ever had in SP. Everyone was very upset when she left. And there are a few people who were mad at her that she moved on and got married and divorced and started dating someone else. I guess they thought that she was supposed to wait for Davin forever, but that's not realistic. He had a chance. He could have gone with her to Seattle. He didn't. He screwed up. And it happens. Probably her exit was the second most upsetting thing that's happened in SP, and I'm pretty sure most of you can guess the first one. So that's it. Hey, I just promised I'd do these. I didn't promise they'd be fun.